The rain fell, each cold drop streaking across the window panes of the animal clinic, blurring the city lights into a hazy glow. Inside a small, silent room, a tiny creature lay motionless. It was a kitten, a white fluff of fur, but what silenced everyone in the room was its face. The right side was perfectly normal, with a clear, beautiful eye and a tiny nose. But the left side was a stark, disturbing void. No eye, no nostril, just a congenital malformation. The owner, a middle-aged man, stood impassively before the vet. "I want to have it euthanized," he stated, his voice flat and devoid of emotion, as if discussing an old piece of furniture. "The surgery is too expensive, and besides, it's not perfect." The old vet, a man with decades of experience, had witnessed many heartbreaking scenes, but this request still sent a jolt of pain through him. He looked from the kitten to the man, searching for a flicker of compassion, a hint of hesitation. There was nothing. Cold calculation had won. The vet explained the costs again, the potential for recovery, and the possibility of a full life, but the numbers and the hopes seemed to only cement the man's cruel decision. The cost of care became the final straw that broke the camel's back of his so-called love. In that moment of absolute despair, a figure appeared. It was me. I had just brought a stray dog in for treatment and had overheard the entire conversation. My eyes met the kitten's, and in that first look, I saw pure terror and resignation. The sight ignited a powerful impulse within me. I couldn't allow a living being to be condemned to death simply for its appearance. "Wait," I said, my voice cutting through the silence. "Don't euthanize it. I'll take it." My words were like a thunderclap in the quiet room. The owner looked at me, surprised at first. Then his expression returned to cold indifference. He simply nodded, "Suit yourself," and walked away without another word, never once looking back at the creature he was so eager to abandon. From that second on, the kitten's fate was forever changed. It was no longer an unwanted object. It was Zara. Life for Zara began anew, but the journey to fully escape the shadow of the past was long. I brought Zara home, a small, cozy house that felt like a sanctuary compared to the cold indifference he had known. But Zara was still terrified. He huddled in a corner, too afraid to come near me. The memories of pain and abandonment were etched deep in his young mind. I understood. I didn't rush him. I patiently sat on the floor, speaking to him in a soft, gentle voice. I placed a bowl of fresh food and water nearby, then retreated, giving him the space he needed to feel safe, to learn to trust. And then, after a few days, something incredible happened. One morning, Zara slowly crept out of his corner, timidly approaching me. He rubbed against my leg, and then, with a hesitant sigh, he nestled into my lap and began to purr. That sound wasn't a cry of pain, but a deep hum of comfort and gratitude. I held Zara close, gently stroking his fur. I could feel the life force returning, a tiny spark igniting into a steady flame. The physical healing journey also began. I brought Zara to the vet, where the doctors and nurses were ready to operate. They couldn't restore his face to perfection, but they could alleviate the pain and discomfort caused by his congenital defect. The injections, the medications, the minor surgeries, all were performed with the highest level of dedication and care. Throughout the entire process, Zara showed a remarkable will to live. He never cried or showed fear. He faced the needles, the scalpels, and the post-op pain with a courage that was truly astonishing. His bravery moved the entire medical team, strengthening their resolve to save him. With time, Zara's health improved. His once matted coat grew back, now soft, clean, and beautiful. The single eye that remained was no longer filled with fear or emptiness, but with intelligence and a sparkling trust in life. His personality transformed completely. From a timid kitten, he became incredibly friendly, gentle, and affectionate. Zara loved to be held. Whenever I sat down, he would leap onto my lap, nuzzle his head into my chest, and curl up. He was also friendly with everyone who came to our house. When guests arrived, Zara would run to greet them, winding round their legs, and sometimes even jumping into their arms to be petted. Zara's unique appearance was no longer a flaw. It had become his signature. He was a living testament to the power of love and acceptance, a reminder that true beauty lies in resilience and a kind heart. The story of Zara quickly spread online. Millions of people watched videos of his rescue and his incredible recovery. The comments were filled with admiration and love. Many shared that Zara had inspired them, teaching them that perfection is not a prerequisite for a full and meaningful life. Zara's story is not just a tale of survival. It's a testament to compassion, to kindness, and to how a single act of courage can change a life forever. From a discarded, abandoned creature, Zara became a beacon of hope and love, and I, the person who chose to reach out and save him, received an invaluable gift in return: the unconditional love and unwavering companionship of a very special friend. Every morning, I am greeted by his joyful meows and warm nuzzles. Every evening, I have a furry friend curled up on my lap. My life and his have become whole. Ultimately, Zara taught me that perfection is an illusion. Life can be unfair, and unexpected hardships will happen. But what truly matters is how we face them. Zara never gave up. He fought, he trusted, and he was rewarded. A being with a physical flaw can teach us more than we ever imagined. They teach us patience, empathy, and unconditional love. Zara, the cat with half a face, became a symbol of compassion, a beacon of light for anyone lost in indifference. His journey ended in happiness, but his story will continue to inspire. It will live on in my heart and in the hearts of the millions of people who have been touched by his resilience and courage. And that is the true meaning of a life well lived.